Coach Hugo. Coach, your take, your opinion on the game today. Your opinion on the game today.
I start?
You start. Home starts.
Okay. Yes, first of all, I'm a happy coach today. I think not only because we won 4-0, but also there's after our 3 last games, I think the negativism around Bafana Bafana was so big that we needed that today. And it's not only the performance on the pitch, but also the chances we have, the goals we scored. So we won a lot of confidence again today. And this was very important, and this was also the goal before those 2 friendly games. And I hope that the team will do the same thing next Tuesday. It's not enough. We are happy today, but we will be happy also Tuesday evening after the game against Zwane. And I expect from the players the same mentality, the same performance what they did today. I will also mention, and I'm not a coach who have special mentions for some players, but what Zwane did today was great. Was maybe, hopefully, the missing link in our team. The guy who can keep the ball, the guy who can give passes, and the guy who can score. So I'm very happy with it, really. It took a long time, but you know my philosophy. First of all, youngsters, and then we will see. But again, I think that everybody has to appreciate that I changed mind. This is not easy for a coach. When he's always saying 3-4 months, no, and then suddenly. But okay, I'm not afraid to do that. And Temba shows today that he deserves his position in the team. So again, very happy about the performance, but I want to see the same thing next Tuesday. Another thing, and it is also, I have to mention it, when 10 minutes before the end, when it's 4-0, your captain comes at the side and he said, "Coach, if you want, you can change me." That proves, that shows the mentality and the friendship in the group. And this is also important. This is also important. When you, as a captain, give the chance to a new one, a guy who is for the first time in the national team, and you take yourself the initiative to go to the coach and say, "Coach, if you want, you can change him." I'm very happy with that also, but that there was a good atmosphere within the group, I saw already this week. I saw it, the way they treat each other, the way they doing each other. It's very good. So again, don't stop today. Let's go on next Tuesday. And I think if we can do the same thing, it will help us. It will help us for the future, and certainly again for the games next year in March to have a positive result.
Thank you so much.
I think just very disappointed with the performance. I've had a group of players in the last how long, and we've been coming along very, very nicely in terms of our progression. Again, you want to look at it and say he's making mistakes. You know, whatever you go into, you have to prepare for it. We can't be coming against one of the better teams in Africa and not prepare at all and don't have a single preparation. You know, I have players, you know, coming out to their clubs, you know, staying in hotels overseas, you know, waiting for visas to get here so that we can start preparation. I have to leave Freetown, Leone to come into South Africa because I've got a British passport, otherwise I wouldn't have been here. I have a group of players on one side, another group of players on one side. Don't have anything. So I don't think we deserve anything out of this today. For me, I just, again, apologies to the people of Sierra Leone because I don't think we've done them justice today. I think the whole situation surrounding us coming here has been a very, very difficult situation. You know, you can sit there and say, well, it's excuses, no excuses. There's no positive about the game today. There's no energy levels. There was nothing at all. You know, how can you judge players around the predicament that we've been in the last week or so trying to get to South Africa? Players going on Friday. I have an hour training session. What can I do in an hour? And then I have a game today. It's difficult to take. It's difficult, especially when you concede 4 goals away, which has been not something that we've done in the last how long. But again, you know, hopefully we can go back. The powers that be can start looking at a better way. You know, if we want to progress as a nation, you know, these are the times. But sometimes you gotta go down to come back up, and hopefully this is a turning point.
All right, just because the mics are on this side already, I am going to take questions now. We are going to start with Coach John Keister, so taking questions. Any questions? Mazola?
Coach Mazola from SABC. Who do you put that to? Your federation, or there was just not a willingness for the players to honour the friendly?
Well, again, the players have left their clubs and been staying away for the last 4 or 5 days away in different parts waiting for visas. So there's a willingness there. If we had got the visas probably last week, we could have been here for a week preparing properly, you know. So I don't want to get involved into who is responsible, who isn't. But as a coach, I think, you know, there's so much I can do when it comes to getting players together in terms of getting them prepared for competitive friendly matches like this. If I don't have it, what do? I have to make with what I have. And for me, I don't think we've done the Sierra Leone people proud, because I don't think we turn up today. But then again, how would you ever go players when they're waiting and they get together on Friday and we have to play on Saturday? That can't be right.
Taking 2 more questions for Coach John. Tsepo? Okay, great. Go ahead, and then Tsepo?
Yeah, Coach, besides the excuses, what do you make of how the Bafana team played?
I don't make excuses. I don't make excuses. It's the reality.
But what are your thoughts on how Bafana played?
I'm not going to talk about the other team. I'm talking about what I did. Yes, you know, we've come here and we've lost. You know, there's a coach there. He has his own issues and problems. So I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear so that it comes back on him. Nah.
Next question.
Kamokelo from Soccer Laduma. Will your players currently facing their visa issues and passport issues, will they be available for the DRC game?
Well, we're going straight away to Morocco from here. And I don't think the visa situation is as bad as it is here, getting here. So hopefully we're all going there straight away. So we'll go there and regroup again. But it's difficult to take. You know, there's a times that as a coach you feel like you've not done your job. And there's a society out there that's going to judge that, not knowing the predicament around why we've not performed today. And it's difficult, you know. Sometimes, yeah, it is what it is.
Lorenz?
Coach, another complication before this game even started was Musa Kamara being kicked out of the squad. Can you give an update on his situation?
I'm not talking about Musa Kamara. I'm talking about the boys that have just played and what we've gone through. Musa Kamara is not in the national team. There's nothing to talk about him.
All right, if those are all the questions for Coach John. Coach John, thank you so much.
Thank you very
Maybe
much.
excuse,
Thank
You
you.
talked about Zwane. What about Leroux? He was making his debut. Your thoughts on his performance? Is it what you expected?
I think both players did a good performance. Luke was a little bit hesitating in the beginning, but I think this is normal. First game, all players that you don't know, and you can't know them after 4 trainings. So, but the more the game went on, the more he was in the game. Had a few beautiful passes, also recuperation. So I'm very happy with his performance. And what I think about the performance of Zwane, I told it already. So maybe is the missing link in our team. We will see, or we have to see, that today it was not France, it was not Ghana, it was not Morocco, but again his performance was great, and I'm very happy that he is with us and that he will stay with us. So again, only fools though never change their mind.
Next question. Lorenz Camogelo Mazola.
Coach, there were 6 debutants today, and you keep saying it wasn't France or Morocco, but your next game is Liberia, similar level. Are you tempted to keep this group now, going into the next game?
Yeah, I said already that was the goal of those 2 friendly games, especially Sierra Leone. It's a little bit a type of team as Liberia. You hear the difficulties the coach had. So when Liberia is coming here, I don't think that they have to travel all over Africa and having problems with visa. So they will be a little bit more fresh, but the way they play is a little bit the same. So that makes me more comfortable to look at the game of next year in March. So we have still time. We have still to improve, and we have to improve certainly. But again, I think we don't have to change so much again the next time again. That we have to keep together now as much as possible, and that we have to create automatism and the relationship between players. This is new. It was nearly an all new group today, but again they did it very well.
Coach, Kamukela from Soccer Laduma. This is your biggest win as Bafana Bafana coach, and you've been here for a while now. Are you beginning to judge and have an understanding of who the best players and the best team that you can possibly assemble?
It's not a question of understanding; it's a question of finding them. So for me, when I came here, for me it was a totally strange country when you spoke about football. So I had to know the players. I had to scout or to go and see many games to see who of what. And yes, then you choose. You have to choose. You have to choose. September, October, November, there was no much time to wait and see again. So it was every month there were 2 games. So after that, we thought that we should change some things. We changed some things, but it wasn't right either. So I think now with this group, we can go on. But again, don't be too much optimistic, and be realistic. It was a good team. It was not a great team against who we played. So I think Tuesday it will maybe a little bit tougher than today. Maybe, I don't know. We will see. But we have to go on working. This is not the end. It's just the beginning. So we have to improve. We have to qualify us for AFCON, and then be ready to go to AFCON. Because this is another level when you go there. You play against the best teams of Africa. So you have to be ready for that. So there is still a long way to go.
Okay, taking final question. Mazola.
Coach, you are obviously going to make some changes for the Botswana game, but you worked with a new striker up front in the Basa, but there's Percy, there's Zwane, there's Lakay and Foster as well. What are you going to expect from them to sort of get back into the team? Is it going to be easy, difficult?
Yeah, no. You know, when you choose, you have always people who agree, and there are other people. So that you know as a coach. We know that Longwane, Percy, Fagri Lakay, Foster are not there today. But okay, that makes how you call it, the fighting spirit more in the team, because they know, players know now from okay, we are here, but there are still players waiting, and that have to improve them. That have to improve them. When you want to play on a high level, you need to accept that, and you need to fight for your place. And this is hopefully we can achieve now. That with those players who are still there and now for the moment injured, that they can come back. But those players have to know also that the comeback will be not so easy than before. So I think the situation is good. It can only improve the group.
Thank you so much on that note, media. Thank you very much for your time. Match day -1, we are back here for Botswana.